Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is beautiful outside, and spring has arrived, and that means competition season. So, I wanted to give you an update on the show, the Radical Body Transformation Show. So, a few kind of announcements about that and what's going on. Currently, we are editing the show. The way that we're kind of editing is the the stories that have already concluded will probably be up first. So the we kind of edit it as it goes along. So as we get into the competitions and we complete the competitions and sort of the end of the transformations, then those are the episodes and the people that we're following that we will be up first. So probably the first episodes will focus on Winnipeg and some of the initial novice stuff that we had going on there. Although some of the people that were in that show went on to do provincials, and who knows, maybe they'll go off to nationals. So we might continue to track those stories. Also, in Fargo, there was a number of people, great people that we followed their stories and we got their conclusions. Of course, it's a creative thing, so we're always working on, putting it together and giving you the best stories. Upcoming in terms of filming, the next show that we're filming is the Mississauga Show, which is a huge show here in Ontario. I think it's the biggest regional, and it's almost not a regional in the sense that really there's so many people that turn out, and a lot of the people that turn out are really gunning for the provincials in the 2 weeks after that. So we have some really talented people in that show. Monica Wynn's going to be competing in that show. She's got a national level uh, sponsorship with Allmax. So she's already in all of the magazines, and now she's working with Jason Green, and we've been following that, and I've been seeing some of the pictures of her, so I expect her to do really well. Of course, Mike and Carol are going to be competing in that. They had already qualified, and we're at the Arnold's, and now they're coming back and they're going after the nationals. So they're going to be competing in that show as well. I expect big things from them. They, always bring it. And of course, we'll be doing interviews with Monique. We're finally going to get to Monique. And then that's on the 16th. And then Manitoba Provincials is on the 23rd. And we're following a bunch of people on that because we had already been tracking people that we had filmed their initial kind of their introduction, and we knew they're going to be competing at the provincials, and then we had people that qualified at the novice that will be competing at the provincials. So we have a stacked card, so to speak, on that one as well. And then right off of that, we go right into June 6th, which is the Toronto Pro Show, and we are covering both some IFBB pros, as well as we are covering people that will be competing at the Ontario Provincials and trying to qualify for nationals. So the story continues. It's going to be a lot of back-to-back filming and a lot of payoff of the of people's stories. So it's really exciting to see. And one of the elements that has kind of happened as we've been filming the show is that people have done well at their shows, and then they go to the next ones, and we're filming a lot of the upcoming stuff. Like we're going to be filming the nationals and things like that. So there's the potential with the show that people that we started that are just like a transformation or just starting doing a regional show might make it all the way to nationals, and we're going to be able to cover that entire journey. So very excited about that. So big shout out to everybody on the show, all of our sponsors, all of the crew working behind the scenes. I mean, there's way too many people for me to name individually, and of course our great trainers. We're also starting to put together for the second season. I know that seems weird, but when you're filming the conclusions, anything that if we're going to do a transformation, it might be something that is several months. So, like the stuff that we film now, might not even, in terms of for the next season, probably like a year from now before it would come out, simply because of we have to film the introduction and we have to film the transformation and all of that. So we have to start that relatively early. And so as a result of that, we're starting to, accept applications for the next season. All you have to do is email me about that. I think we've got 4 or 5 people signed so far, and it's kind of interesting because it's going to be some different locations this time. Of course, here in Ontario, and 2 other places that we've added that we're going to be filming this time is New York City, and we're going to be filming in LA. So that's pretty cool. So, and also I think possibly Northern California. So if you are in California or New York or Ontario, we are definitely hitting those locations, although we are open to other locations as well. But the show continues on with, the people that we've been tracking up to this point. It's just a matter of who's up next, basically after the conclusion. So we should have a lot of great content back to back. Myself personally, I'm getting ready for my next contest, which is going to be at the end of August at the IFBB qualifiers. I've started to cut. I feel good. I feel on track. I'm expecting this to be my best performance so far. And as a result of that, obviously there's a switching of modes. I have to cut out a lot of things. And I wanted to talk to you a bit today about impulse control and how it relates to bodybuilding and life overall. If you notice, I think that the people that are most successful in life are able to manage impulse control. So in terms of bodybuilding or something like that, it's really about delayed gratification. So instead of let's say eating something that's bad and getting the immediate gratification from that, you're putting that off, but you're looking at the long term of you want to have the body that you want, and you want to have compete or whatever it is that your goal is. So for the people that want to achieve the bodies they want, I think it's simply a matter of that delayed gratification, putting off short term, that kind of sugar high or whatever that might make you feel good in the moment, for the greater feeling of that success being on stage or the success of having the body that you want. And I think that's a really important thing to kind of learn as a skill. And if you notice in other areas of life, it applies. If you're able, let's say, let's say you want to become a doctor or you want to become whatever it is, and you put the work in and you go to school and you and you study really hard, there's going to be nights that you have friends that go out and they party, they do different things or whatever, and you might miss out on that. But at the end of it, when you come out and you have your degree and you're working in medicine or whatever you're doing, you're going to have be in a much better financial position than somebody who's going out to the bar every night and again getting that immediate gratification, but not really thinking about the long term. And I mean, I kind of learned this early on myself, but it's really something that I wish that somebody had outlined for me in those simple terms. Because when you're in high school and things like that, you think school's a waste of time, you think things are a waste of time, and you're all about that instant gratification. If I had understood the impact that had later in life, I would have been a lot more wise to things. So, to any young people out there, or anybody in life, I say one of the keys to success is that impulse control, delayed gratification, and thinking about the bigger goal. A lot of times, people, I don't drink, by the way, but a lot of times people invite me out to like go to a local bar or do this or that, and I see it as a waste of time. I'd rather put my energy into my work, into my training, and other things. And then let's say when I'm at the Mr. Olympia and I'm at the after party there, or at a premiere for a movie or whatever, that I get to have an even better experience as a result of that. Um, you know, by focusing on the work and the day-to-day grind. So I get to achieve certain things that I want, but it's a matter of simply deferring that gratification and wanting the bigger prize down the road. Another way that I think that applies is in terms of sometimes people make choices, especially when they're young, and it might be as simple as like having a baby at a young age or different things, and don't really think about the long-term consequences of that. Of course, anybody can manage any situation and make it work, but anytime that you make a decision without, really thinking of the long-term consequences, you're making it that much harder for yourself. So, just a little advice when it comes to all aspects of life. Think about the big picture, and maybe sometimes you have to put off something, that you want, that donut or whatever, and put it down. But the payoff at the end is so much more rewarding. And that's pretty much all I have to say today. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Go for a run, get to the gym, and focus on building your life and your dreams and the long term. Peace out.